So today we are going to start the new series DP-900 Microsoft Azure Data Fundamental Exam Practice 1. So I am trying to cover all the real-time exam question. The first question is, which of the following method is commonly used to secure data in transit? So data in transit means data is moving from one location to other location. So we have four options. In the short, I would like to say you whenever the data is moving from one location to other location, we can consider secure socket layer or HTTPS. So here our answer is secure socket layer. The next question is, what type of threat does advanced threat protector protect your SQL database? So whenever we are going to protect our SQL database, we can consider different type of threats. So in SQL related threats, the first one here, if you can see, they mention here the SQL injection. Okay, so SQL injection is a one, the potential data infiltration and brute force attacker. This is our answer. Okay. The next question is, your company has one SQL database server that has two SQL DB on it. Okay, just try to understand the question. One server and two database. You would like to allow connection over the public internet to these databases. Each database has a different set of clients with no overlap. You would like client of one company to be able to access one database but not the other. How do you configure your firewall to enable this? Okay, so here in Azure we have two type of firewall, server level and database level. So in the short, just try to understand one simple thing. When we allow the range of IP address in the server level, they can access any database inside that SQL Server database. But if we want to restrict in a particular database to access, and in that case we need to use database level firewall. So here in this case our answer is database level firewall, because we are going to restrict one of the client to use only one database. Okay, so this is one simple example of this image. Here you can easily understand what is server level and database level firewall in Azure. The next question is also related to this firewall rules only. You have a SQL database server named SQL DB and two SQL database named DB1 and DB2. SQL DB has a server level firewall that allow IP addresses in the range of 123.123.123.202.123.123.255. Okay, so here the range is 0 to 255 and denied all other traffic. DB1 has a database level firewall rule that allow IP address in the range of 0 to 10. I am just talking about the last one, 0 to 10. Where the client using the IP address 123.123.123.25. Okay, so try to understand this question. Attempt to access it, if they are successful or not. We need to just think about this one. So the here if we can see the server level we allow 0 to 255. Database level we allow 0 to 10. Okay, so server level and the client IP is 25. So this 25 is a not in range of database level, but it is already in server level range. So we can say yes, the connection will succeed. The next question is, what is the feature of Power BI interactive reports? So generally in interactive report, we can create or we can customize report and we can make them beautiful by customizing or modifying different way. If you want, I will create one separate video of Power BI related things. Here our answer is the second one. Okay, which of the following can be called semi-structured data? So there are structured data or semi-structured data or no structure. Okay, non-relational data we can say. So in semi-structured data, what happened? The data is in hierarchy key value pair. Okay, so here if you can see database table, that is we know the related relational database table stored in SQL format. This is hierarchy way. So we can say this is the one of the example of semi-structured data, because in XML we store the data in this format. Okay, in hierarchy manner, like color, then color one, color two, then fruits, fruit one, fruit two, like that only. So the first, our answer is the second one, but you have to remember this one also. SQL table is relational one. This is non-relational, and images in the blob here. That one is the non-relational database or non-structured database. Okay. The next question is, in the Azure Data Factory, blank is a logical grouping of activities that together perform a task. Okay. Fill in the blanks. So what is the answer of this one? What is a logical group of activity? So in data factory, all the activity or all the tasks what we are performing, which is called as a pipeline. Okay, so our answer is pipeline. In this image you can see how this pipeline is working. Here we can see the set of activities which is performed in a group of logical group activities. Okay. The next question is, you have a SQL server running inside your own environment and you would like to migrate it into the cloud. What happened to know that the setting on the database has been customized for a business reason? Okay, try to understand this question. We have on-premises SQL server and we want to migrate the database from SQL to Azure. One thing we need to remember, we customize something for the business reason. Okay, you need to sure that absolutely no code will have to change when you move this database. Only the connection string, which is the best way to migrate a SQL server to Azure to ensure absolutely guaranteed no coding or SQL database schema change required. So we know that if we are moving database in on premises from one location to other location, so we generally take the backup and restore there, and there is no other code or changing is required. Only connection string is need to change, right? Similarly, in Azure also we have VM. So the our answer is migrate to SQL Server in a VM. Your company is expecting terabyte of data to come in as a non-structured JSON data. You can store it as a key value pair. There is no requirement for maintaining relationship between the different entities at all. And your main consideration is speed of storing data and price. Okay. Which is the best non-relational data store for this scenario that would you recommend it? The option is Azure Table Storage, Radius Cache, Cosmos DB, Azure Queue Storage. So the first three option is related to storing the data in key value pair. Okay. Here if you can see the Cosmos, we all know that this is like a bit expensive in Azure. So we cannot consider this option. The second one is Azure DB, sorry, Radius Cache. Radius Cache is also a little expensive. And the first one is Azure Table Storage. This is non-expensive as compared to other two options. So our answer is Azure Table Storage. The last question is, when deploying an Azure storage account and you choose Geo Redundant Storage or GRS, how many copies of data does Azure keep? The answer is 6. Okay, and I will try to explain GRS and LRS storage, how many copies or how many replicated things they are considering. I will explain you in the next series of question.